All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're going to do a little bit of SHIYU Defense. This is Mr.Squarrel, and on this season of SHIYU Defense, here we go. We're going to do the critical nodes. Let's get started. All right, so in the first one, we have Ice, Ice. Oh, hello, Ice, Ice, baby. All right, so the first team then, I'm just going to go to presets. It's physical weakness and ice weakness next. So we'll start here. Bernice and Jane will be my first team, and then the second team will be my favorite team. These are just nice, easy ways to get some crystals. Like when there's a nice little reset coming in, and then I can get get almost half a multi. Nah, I'm not even sorry, I'm not really. These first couple months, I don't even. It's just like if I'm making mistakes. Right. And Jade's spinny spin. That. Not the biggest fan of these first ones. I just like when I get to fight the big boss. Okay, since I just got lit on fire. Okay, ult going up. Okay, we go into the ult. So I'm just trying to do this fast, and there's way more efficient ways to do that. Okay, great, we're done with that. No. When it gets a little bit later, I'll start being a little bit more like, all right, I don't care about the mistakes. But right now, it's just kind of like, all right, going autopilot. Ooh. Okay, great. And down we go. This is why I also like this team a lot, is it's ice, electric, and ether, so I can literally hit any one of the three. Fire, ice, great. We'll just keep going. This is fine, because I've got Bernice. So Bernice, the other side, anytime it's weak to fire or physical, I just use this other team, and then if it's weak to ice or electric, I use my main team. That's why I like these two teams, because they literally pretty much cover almost every single weak point in this critical node. Well, that's fun. And remember what I've been saying in these other videos. It's all about. Oh. And there we go. And do this. That way, remember, like I always say with Bernice, I like to. Oh, okay, never mind, they're dead. Get these guys lit on fire. Okay, great. That's the only thing with Bernice that I'm not the biggest fan of, is that you need to apply it. Great for bossing. And then we'll do this. We'll trigger Jane's ultimate. And we're pretty much done. Right. Yeah, I like Jane. Jane has been probably one of my favorite investments. I know people are like, oh, she's not that good right now. She does great damage. She is probably still one of my favorite characters in the game. a waste, but whatever. Also, Yanagi. As much as I like Miyabi, I actually like Yanagi more than I like Miyabi. I think Miyabi is just a little bit more fun of a character. Or Yanagi, sorry. I don't know. This is like her playstyle has always been a little bit more enjoyable to me. I don't know. Miyabi's fun, but she's also very basic. Yanagi, at least, it feels like a little bit more, uh, like I'm more involved in the game. Miyabi is like, go in, destroy, leave. Okay, so this team will be fine. This one's Ether. I think we should be fine with this team, even though it does have a weak point. Base in Ether, Ether. Let's keep up with this one. Even though it's not weak, I don't really need to. This team can kind of just brute force it. Especially, I think this is like 5 right now, 5 or 6. They can just brute force it. And there's no point in trying to adapt to it. Yeah, see, I'm just brute forcing it. Yeah, we'll just brute force this. Get that assault trigger. Right, on fire. Fire. Okay, and now we ultimate because I'm about to run out of her gauge. I like doing that with Caesar just to refresh the shield. Oh, great. We'll do this to then trigger. We'll do the alt. Some more stun buildup. Right, we're just trying to brute for it. That's why I like the refresh shield. Keep going that shield up. I got you. I see you. These are come back in. Bernice, let's do this. This is probably one of my favorite. Oops, that was a mistake. Whatever. Let's just love that ultimate. Such a cool ult. Okay, and now we got Astra. This is always like, see, remember, like I said, this is my go-to team because if I just need to do things quickly, I don't feel like I need to rip my hair out trying to, beat these fights because these teams do what they need to do. They're well built. I know how to play them. I mean, that's a strong phrase. And he's gone. Oh, I thought I'd counter that. Ultimate, and then I can go back into Miyabi. I just triggered her thing. Okay, trigger ultimate. The most annoying enemy in the game. Okay, and that's oh come on. See, relatively simple. Minimal, like some mistakes, doesn't matter. This team does what it needs to do. 2 minutes 56 seconds. Next frontier, or level resistant to fire. You know what we can do? Let's right. And all right, instead of using that team, now I have my other go-to team, my electric team. Let's do it. This team takes a little. This is. I have yet. This team takes me a little bit longer. I will just be honest. I do love this team, but it does take me a little bit. Ambi here. Get these built up. Do this. Trigger her ultimate. Get damage as fast as possible. So with the team I found, I was like trying to do these all like wait till I broke, and then I was just finding my damage was just like if I just unload a damage like I was trying to play like a traditional stun team where like you just wait to unload everything, and I was finding that I was really lacking in damage. But when I just started unloading at all points because of how aftershock works, and I found much more success. It's just ult up, trigger the ult, and I think that has been kind of a gosh, I've had a lot more success playing like this. Oh, I made a huge mistake there. Uh, we'll do this. Right now, however, I'm going to wait for that opening because the game allowed because that's just how it built up in that exact moment. Now I can trigger her ult. When he's broken, get a lot more damage. I need to. I saw that. I'm trying to get better gear. Okay, I need to go back to. Okay, and then we do that. Okay. All right, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. The break, so I can just save this ultimate. Alt. And I think I can beat the next one in under the minute 30. Okay, let's go. Just need to beat this one in under the 1 minute and 30 seconds, which I think is doable with how OP this team is. Come on. Hey, this boss is taking a little longer than I wanted to. Hey, alt. Oop, that was a waste. Nope, we're good. Whew, a little close. A little too close for comfort. There's two mistakes at the very end there. Here. Ice ether, ice ether. Oh boy. Man, they're not. They're just like, ha 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 ha. Okay, so this team cannot brute force. I think I should be fine. Yeah, we'll do this. I would. Hold up, hold up. Brute force, and then we're gonna just brute force the first one. Hopefully it works. This may not work either, but it doesn't have. It's not resistant to my element. It's just I'm gonna have to brute force the element. I'm gonna have to. Okay. Just dodge that. Okay, and we'll throw Caesar out. Okay, we'll get Bernice up and running. I could have just done the spinny spin. Come on, come on. Build Bernice back up doing this because he is. All right. Okay, trigger alt, dodge that attack. I could have just dodged it. Okay, ultimate. All right, I think this brute force is just working. Just apply the shield. Bernice back up. Alt back up. Just keep flying. Yeah, we're fine. We're totally good. That's why I like this team. You can just brute force almost everything. Did I kill more? Yep. Just brute force it, boys. Ladies. Just brute force. All right, and now we're good. This is like element weakness for the best team that I own. It was a waste. Oh, oh. People are not going to like this fight. This is the Thanatos. There's two of them. Ah, fine. Woo! And ultimate. This is why I like this team. You could like literally, even though this is probably the most annoying fight in the game, this just feels cruel and unusual. Ooh, they do damage. And I trigger to get those iframes. So what I was just trying to do there, even though I missed some damage, is I use that to dot. Oh my god, this fight is so annoying. Also, I absolutely love. We're done. Oh, oh. So I was using the skills and the ult for iframes, because there was a lot going on in that fight, and I lost damage for iframes. I'll live with that. Um, but as you can see, we're done. 7 out of 7 S plus. So I'm gonna just kind of, here we go. Take this nice little screenshot. I'm not taking a screenshot. Well, that's it for today, folks. It's not letting me screenshot. Oh well, that's life. Okay, but that's it. As you can kind of see, I got my full S clear. Yay me. Um, I mean, this is again. I'm gonna come back to my original point. Is again, I'm not ripping my hair out because again, I make sure to use my summons wisely and not go for things that. This is what's the nice part about not chasing meta or chasing, not crazy meta, but making sure that I'm getting the most. I mean, who knows? I'm getting the most out of my if I'm spending money on this game, which again I don't if you don't want to, but a couple things that I would recommend that if you are going to spend money, I would really really recommend I mean the season pass is phenomenal, and then you get the Internet membership. I don't have any outfits. I mean I have the Nicole's because that was free through the event. But again, you know, spend wisely. Make sure I registered everything. Yeah, I got everything. I'm done with my Hollow Zero. I need to do my Notorious Hunts. I did my SHIYU Defense. But yeah, guys, that's, there is ways to maximize what you're doing in this game without ripping your hair out. And I think this is one of those ways. And now if we look at my summons, net gain, I'm almost at now 50 summons. And simply put, that took me 26 minutes. Yeah, or less than 26 minutes. So again, I'm just only trying to help people in kind of knowing what to and what not to spend their cash on. And by cash, even your in-game resource, you're not spending money, you're free to play. Again, you gotta be, I mean, and then there's also elements of luck. But remember, if you want to keep these things, like, you want to be able to do these modes without ripping your hair out, spending 30, 40, 100 minutes to do them, and then, like, have to go rebuild, respec, all that good stuff. I would not, so just FYI, I'm going to just do this one last thing. I did not recommend sending for Sambi. I was actually trying to get Pulchra, like 1 or 2 copies of Pulchras. I thought she was an interesting character, and so I could like play around with her, see what she would feel like. and I did a 10 pull and I got Ambi. And then I was like, ugh, all right, I'll do one pull on her. I'll just check if I. That never happens. I have really historically bad luck in this game. And then I did one pull on her W engine and I got a W engine. So I was like, well, looks like I'm going to use SAMB. And I like her playstyle a lot, but I need to also do a little bit more investment into her. Well, that's it for this video, folks. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to keep on keeping on. And failing is just your first attempt at learning.